The following presentation is brought to you by The Realm Network.
All right, here we are. It's Turning Point. Everyone who knows Bill DeMott and Turning Point on the Realm Network. We're going to talk wrestling. That's what we like to do. That's what people want. That's what we're going to give them. We're going to talk wrestling. And I have an opportunity, much like I had previously. I talked to former NXT superstar Bull Dempsey, who's been in the system, and I got to watch him grow up before he joined the system. And we had a great talk, and this is what it's about. And I love to catch up with, if you saw AJ Kirsch, and you saw Marty the Moth from Lucha Underground, if you saw, Tessa and Mandy Leon, and then every once in a while I just go off on I have a out-of-body experience, and I just go off, and it's me sitting here talking to myself about the business, and you try to keep everything copacetic and sane. But I have an opportunity to catch up to a cat that I literally got to watch grow up, because when he joined the system, he was but a baby, and there he is right there, and there's the laugh. So I have an opportunity, and I love to talk to the positive people, and he's a positive cat. He's been in the system. We're going to get to it in a minute, but I want to introduce everybody to, and for the people that are in the know, Cannonball Briggs is on the Bill DeMott Experience.
Yes, I am.
Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So let's catch up, because it's been a bit since you're in California.
Yes.
And you're doing your I love the earring.
Yeah, get a little.
I love it. Because how long before you couldn't have that for the longest time?
Oh no, yeah, no way.
So that's back. You look great, man.
Thank you.
And I said, kid, because you started. Were you 21?
I was signed when I was 22. And I was such a baby.
Yeah, but you. We're going to talk about what you're doing now, and we get to say hello and all that stuff. But tell everybody about how this came about, how you joined the system, and this is just what we do, right? We're going to sit here and just talk smack a little bit, and hopefully we don't offend the masses. But we'll probably, if it's a Bill DeMottism in there, we'll probably offend someone. But this is just for you and me to catch up and to let people know that there's life after wrestling. Whether you choose to wrestle after, and I say you and I are talking WWE because that's where we met and that's where we worked. But it's TNA, it's Ring of Honor, it's everywhere, it's Japan. But we get to talk about our time together. So catch everybody up on how it came about, how you joined the Performance Center, and then take us through it for a little bit.
So I was wrestling for a company out here in California. It was like a little TV show they had on the Central Valley. It was called Lucha Extreme, and it was run by your friend Manny Fernandez.
I love Manny.
And he still has some connections here at WWE. And just the more I trained with him, the more shows I did, the closer I got with him, and the better I got. And he just eventually was like, "Hey, I'm gonna make a phone call. I'm gonna put your name in there, and I want you to know, they're gonna know who you are." So I was like, "Okay, sure, cool. That's great. I'm glad to hear it." Just kept training. I didn't put all my eggs in one basket. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna get signed next week. But it was just like, okay, good. I'm going down the right path. We'll see where it goes. They brought me in for WWE brought me in for an extra talent tryout. That's what they do when they, Monday Night Raw came to Sacramento and SmackDown came to San Jose.
Right.
I did that 3 times. I had an opportunity to do that 3 times on 3 separate occasions and then I finally got the opportunity to come to Florida for a 3-day tryout at the Performance Center. That was the first time I met you. that was fun. But so that happened. I thought I had a pretty good tryout. Canyon pulled me aside at the end and said, "Hey, we like you. We like your size and your age, but we're going to keep you on the radar for now. We're not going to bring you in." I said, "Okay, that's fine. I figured I'll be back in a year for another tryout. That's perfect." 4 weeks later, he calls me, and I thought, oh, he's just going to call me to remind me that I didn't get signed.
Right.
So I answer the phone, and he goes, "Hey, I just want to let you know that we decided we're going to hire you." And that was like, just such a great moment.
Now, who was in, because I'm trying to remember who all was in that same tryout that we picked up from that camp.
Stephen Kubrick was there.
Okay.
Willie Mack was there.
Right. Oh, that's right. I know the camp now. Yeah.
Yeah. Dylan Miley was there.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Oh, geez. Mike Schofield. They really liked him.
From England.
Yeah, you guys couldn't blow him up, but then he had the heart issue, unfortunately.
Yeah, he was the kid. I say kid because I'm old. He was the kid who was on the Queen's Special Forces.
Yeah,
and he'd done battle. He'd done all these things. And the thing about him was he went through everything. He didn't blow up. He never
did not blow up.
He literally looked straight the whole time. It was so scary to see someone just that ready for something.
Yes. That
he'd never done before.
Yeah.
And then he went and got his physical, and they found out he had this heart issue.
Yeah.
Rushed him, right? He got rushed. They cut him from chin to nuts.
Yeah.
And he had like this. Yeah. So he had this open heart surgery. Knock wood. He sent us all pictures. He sent all the coaches. You know, we knew he was okay. And he goes, "I'll be back." And I went, "Holy shit!" So you were in a good camp of guys because we got
a good camp. Yeah.
Good talent, and it was a good camp all the way around. Where you're looking at everybody. Like, I want everyone to hear that when we do a camp, we're not just looking for one or two, and sometimes we're not looking for any. But then we come out of it with 10 guys.
Yep.
And go, holy cow. So those camps, as grueling as they are in 3 days, and you know, you're on the hustle, and then the third day you're in front of, you know, you were in front of Dusty and you had Regal and things like that. So those camps are grueling, but we get some talent out of there. You came out of a good group.
Yeah. That was a really good tryout camp. That was good. That was nice and intense. And
then
a buddy of mine was there, and he was my roommate, and he didn't really prepare himself. I'm not going to say his name, but so that's probably the only.
But it's funny, right? Because people who've been, and I always say it's not about wrestling those camps.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's just about where can you take yourself? Can you remember the shit we're saying to you? Whether you're experienced or not, because you know as well as anyone, we change what you know and ask you to do it differently. So it's more, you know, and once you're gassed, mentally you're screwed. Yeah. So it's always, I say it's funny, but it's not ha-ha funny. It's funny that guys come in there and go, "I've been wrestling 42 years and I'm ready to go." And then like in 3 minutes they're going, "This ain't wrestling."
Yeah. It's just, yep.
But we stand there in front of everybody the first morning and go, "This is not about a wrestling match. This is about doing something 7 days a week, learning your craft." And you came. So anyway, fast forward to that. You came out of a good camp. So 4 days later, you get a call.
Yeah, it was great. And then I just so excited, and it was just like, wow, this is really happening. You know, this is really gonna happen. And I got a contract a few days later in the mail. The contract was like that thick. I was like, whoa. Yeah. And so I went to sign it, and everything was great. And then I moved to Orlando in late January, began like early February. And like I remember the tryout you mentioned, you said, you know, that we do this every day. These guys do this every day. And I'll be honest, I was like, really? They do this every day? They really do that every single day.
That's what people think. Oh, this is the best speech ever. He's trying to motivate us, and it's not a lie because you do it.
100% truth.
You do it every day. I mean, that warm up in the camp is the same warm up that 80 people do.
Yep.
Guys, girls, coaches, everybody does it. So it's cool to see that. But you came in, dude. I have to say, you came in the body transformation that you had, because you have. And you took a lot of slack for it in the beginning because you are a strong ox.
Yep.
And you came in built like close to my heart. Any barrel-chested guy who can lift a lot of weight, you have a set routine. And one of the first things that was asked of you, the challenge for you at the time was, that worked for you then. We need to get you so there's durability, longevity, and things like that. And am I wrong in saying that was I feel like that was the biggest struggle for you one moving from West Coast to East Coast, but then hearing like, hey, yeah, you're strong and you're an athlete, but we want you to do this.
Yeah, it's amazing how because I was a powerlifter and I benched 600 pounds. It amazed me at how much none of that mattered anymore. Like, it's all about longevity and
The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Hey everybody, this is Bill DeMott, and I got to tell you, I'm so excited about everything that's gone on with the brand and with Vince Russo and being on the brand and being part of that crew. I want to thank Vince, and we're so happy to announce that now the BDE is its own channel on the Realm Network. And you can get all the past podcasts, and you can go on my YouTube account and you can see the Bill DeMott experience and all of the past things that we've done. And we're looking forward to the future on the Realm Network. Again, Vince Russo on the brand has started something that he can't control himself. And the BDE is now its own channel. And you're going to get shows like Turning Point, where I'm going to be talking about wrestling, the thing that everybody's been waiting for the past 6 months on the Realm Network with Bill DeMott. I'm going to talk wrestling. You're going to get Face Value with my daughter, Casey. And we're going to talk about life. And you take it at face value. We're going to be serious. There's going to be the Turning Point. There's football with Miss Paula, and there's Paula's Twitter account, and you have to hook her up. You have to tweet her because we're going to talk about stuff. We're going to finish out the year strong with football with Miss Paula, and it all happens on the Realm Network. And right now, you can get your subscription, $3.95 a month, but if you put in the promo code BDE16 right now, $2.95 a month, for the BDE on the Realm Network. Promo code BDE16 is the coupon. Put it in there. $2.95 a month. You get Turning Point. You get Face Value. You get the interviews with unbelievable people. David Brady's coming up. And you can subscribe to this channel. And then you can go and watch the Bill DeMott Experience on YouTube. And you can subscribe to the Bill DeMott Experience on YouTube. All for you. Bill DeMott, all month long. We have football. We have Turning Point. We have Face Value. We have interviews. I'm going to catch up with Vince every now and again. Vince and I may break off and start another show. But it all started with the brand and Vince Russo. And it's grown to the BDE on the Realm Network. And we're excited. We cannot tell you how excited we are. And if you look on the bottom of the screen, click on that site. It takes you right to the subscription page. We're going to have fun. We're going to be serious. We're going to laugh. More importantly, we go back to having fun. But the Realm Network's about to blow up in 2016. And right next to the brand now, you have the BDE. It all started somewhere. It started with Vince. Now it comes to Bill. We're going to have fun. Turning Point's going to be great. We're going to talk wrestling. We're going to have wrestlers, men, women, old guys, young guys, sometimes just me giving you an opinion. Face Value is the most entertaining thing I've ever seen. You don't want to miss one episode. We went on location. It's coming up. It's must-see TV. And for everybody on iTunes, I'm going to give you something to listen to in the traffic. I'm going to give you something on the ride. I'm going to give you something. And it happens here on the Realm Network. So don't miss out. I cannot express enough. It's $3.95 a month for the BDE. But if you put in the promo code right now, BDE16, that's BDE16, $2.95 a month. We're going to be throwing specials at you. We're going to be throwing shows at you, and we're going to entertain you. More importantly, subscribe to the Bill DeMott Experience. We're going to show you exactly what entertainment is, and we're going to make you laugh. We're going to piss some people off along the way, and hopefully we're just going to have some fun. So to Vince Russo and everybody on the brand, thank you. To everybody on BDE, thank you. To the Realm Network, thank you. 2016, big things for the Realm Network and the Bill DeMott Experience. Subscribe now.